Hey guys, Jarek here, and it's that time again, time for the best Trials Evolution maps. So I finally got the Origin of Pain DLC. I was kind of holding off on getting it, but I finally got it. And the first map I'm going to show you is actually from the single player of the Origin of Pain DLC. It's underneath the Adrenaline Rush category, and it's actually the map called Gateway. Now this one felt like a custom map you find anywhere else online, so that's why I'm adding it in. A lot of cool gimmicky stuff, pretty cool map. I felt like pointing it out. Anywho, like I said, I just got the Origin of Pain DLC a few days ago. And I feel kind of stupid. The reason I do is because I was waiting a while to actually get the Origin of Pain DLC itself. The reason I was waiting is because I just spent like 1,000 on completely rebuilding my computer, spending way more than I really needed to, and making my computer completely overdone because it is kind of imperative in my job after all. So I need a computer that's completely overdone. When I'm really finished with it, I'll make a video telling you what I got in my computer and whatnot, so don't ask what I have in it for now. I'll update you a little bit later. But yeah, I just rebuilt my computer. I wanted to make sure I could pay bills, wanted to make sure I could pay rent. So I didn't want to buy any DLC or any other gaming related stuff until I had more money. And little did I know, the DLC is only $5, 400 Microsoft points. For a game that is Microsoft's best seller, that's really, really affordable. On top of that, I already had 560 Microsoft points in my Xbox Live account, and I didn't know that because I never play on console. So yeah, I feel a little bit stupid. I could have got it as soon as it came out because I already had those points. Anyway, here's the end of the map. The end of this map is actually pretty cool. You're in space, and hey look, there's the Earth. I have no idea what the fuck continent that is, but there's the Earth nonetheless. So yeah, Red Lynx has definitely learned from all the custom maps. That's kind of cool, gimmicky stuff, and they've definitely learned a lot from watching what other people did with their own game. So they're doing things a little bit right, but at the same time, the very last courses in the Origin of Pain DLC, fuck those courses. Those courses are impossible. And I know the difficulty is extreme. They're supposed to be incredibly difficult, but fuck that. That's just not fun. Anyway, this map was a pretty cool map. Design is fine. It was a decent challenge. Nothing frustratingly impossible. Nothing ninja difficulty or anything like that. But definitely a cool setting. Cool, a lot of detail put in the background. There's not really color grading. Well, there's some color grading used for certain areas, like right here. Actually, this isn't even color grading. It's just cool lighting effects they added in. A lot of polish into the map. That's usually what I look for when I look for custom maps, is polish. And we should be coming up to the very end of this course. Suddenly, there's snow everywhere, somehow out of nowhere. Anyway, coming up to the end of the course, gonna stop talking real quick. Hey, look, you're dead. Anyway, yeah, this is exactly what you think it is. Angry Bird 3D. Now, I really don't care for Angry Birds, to be honest. It's one of those things where if I'm going to go start gaming, I'm going to play an actual game, not something... Okay, there's no other way to put it. It's a casual game. I'm really not into casual games when it comes straight down to it. I don't want to sound like a PC snob or a gaming snob in any way, but if I'm going to get into a game, I'm fully going to get into a game. So I'm not a big Angry Birds fan, but I gotta point this out. Someone managed to make Angry Birds inside of Trials Evolution. And honestly, I'm surprised this hasn't happened anytime sooner. They've done pretty much everything else you could possibly do with Trials Evolution. But I haven't seen this before, so hey, someone made Angry Birds in Trials Evolution and did a fairly good job at it. I'm still amazed at how much you can do with Trials Evolution. You're going to see that even more so as we go along with this video. So most of this is fairly easy. You pretty much have one try with each of these. If you fault, or if you manage to not hit all of them, you got to press back, and that counts as a fault. So you won't perfect it. You pretty much have to hit everything in one shot. And here, I just got lucky. If you push A again, of course, the bird explodes. And not entirely sure why. But it just decided, hey, I'm going to go directly in the direction of what you need to hit. And whatever, I guess that worked out perfectly fine. And the next one, this is the only one that really gave me a little bit of a problem, a little bit of trouble. I think there's only 4 of these in total. As you see, my faults went up to 8. It took me a few tries to get there, but hey, there's pretty much all the Angry Birds stuff in Trials Evolution. Cool concept to had an Angry Birds in Trials of Evolution. Again, I'm really surprised I haven't seen that there before. Alright, so this map, Grim, you can see all the information there. This is a really well done map. Nothing really innovative or new being done here. It's kind of been done before, but just a really well polished map with a lot of cool gimmicky stuff in it. And of course it's called Grim, and it shows a picture of a Grim Reaper. So there's the Grim Reaper. They show it in the background. He shows up all throughout this course, pretty much just chasing you. And like I said, it's a concept that's been done in Trials of Evolution before, but if you do it well, it's a concept that I actually really like. And it is Halloween time. You know, I'm not really much of a festive guy, to be completely honest, when it comes to holidays, but Halloween is one of the holidays that I can actually get into. I actually like Halloween a lot. It's not because, oh hey, candy everywhere. I can get candy any other time I want to. It's just the atmosphere around Halloween. I live in Portland, Oregon, so during that time, it's pretty much the stereotypical Halloween setting. It's partly cloudy, clouds are coming across a full moon half the time. There's not a whole lot of leaves because it's mostly just Douglas firs up in the northwest. This is just a forest of pine trees up here, quite literally. But it pretty much is the stereotypical Halloween setting around this time of year. So, yeah, I can get into Halloween. I kind of like the vibe around Halloween and all that good stuff. So, seeing all these cool Halloween tracks, I'm perfectly fine with, and I guess I'll touch up more on that a little bit later as the video goes along. As you see, I'm watching one of the replays from the other guys. This map isn't incredibly difficult, but it's annoying enough to try to get pretty much a run through without crashing. That's pretty much what I set my mind to. When I'm recording myself doing this for a video, I pretty much have to make a 0 fault, otherwise I don't want to upload it. So that basically means restarting over and over and over. So half the time I'll just go to the leaderboard, and good enough. But yeah, we're coming up to the end of this course. Pretty cool ending, fucking giant Grim Reaper out of nowhere. Pretty well done one too, like you can kind of see what it's made out of, but not really. So it was the end of that course. Props to the guy that made it. I don't remember his name, but you can go back and see all the information of that course if you want. Now this, like I was saying, you can do fucking everything in Trials of Evolution. So Paint Resurrection, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's Microsoft Paint in Trials of Evolution. There's really nothing more to it. And I'm pretty sure, now I'm not positive about this, but I think they might have added a music editor in the Origin of Pain DLC that Trials of Evolution didn't originally have. So it does have music, and you see those volume knobs at the top right, and you can turn those down if you don't want it. But yeah, someone made music itself for this. It doesn't sound terrible. I'm not drawing anything specific here. I'm just kind of showing that, hey, it's a functional paint thing. There's also a kind of a rank up for the medals you can get in the right. I'm not sure how that works, but it's there. I'm pretty sure it's just if you spend more time or paint more, it gives you more medals. I'm not sure. I didn't mess around with it too much. I just wanted to record and go, hey, look, it works. And then if you press back, it'll white everything out, so you restart. So, hey, Microsoft Paint in Trials of Evolution. Alright, so the World of Toys. This one is, as far as the course goes, it's a pretty standard Trials of Evolution course, but there is fucking references everywhere in this. And I'm not going to point out everything in the background, or really point out anything, because I'll just be saying names left and right. But you should notice pretty much all of the, or at least know almost all of the figures in the background of this map. The only thing this person really could have done to make this map a little bit better, kind of change what's going on in the background. Because right now it's just like you're on a standard island in the normal Trials map, and you know, you could have made it like you be in a toy room or something like that. And little polishing things really add to the map. That's definitely the cooler things. But hey, this is good enough to point it out. See, there's Homer in the background. That's the only thing that kind of bothered me about this course. He had Homer, but he didn't add in like Fry or anyone from Futurama. And just out of my personal opinion, it doesn't seem to be a very popular opinion. I like Futurama a hell of a lot more than The Simpsons. I don't know what it is. It's The Simpsons is not. It's not like it's dry humor. It's very funny and everything. But Futurama you can take a lot more seriously. When the plot does get serious in Futurama, it does a much better job than The Simpsons does, really. It just feels like there's a lot more depth to the Futurama series or Futurama episodes than there is to The Simpsons. So The Simpsons is just kind of a generic comedy, really. Oh, so this map, Swing. This is a interesting course. There's really absolutely, it's probably the most simple you could possibly get. And this is, I'm looking at my own replay on the scoreboard here. But yeah, it's probably as simple as you can get using this method, but it's more like a proof of concept than anything else. And hey, you have a grappling hook, basically. You bail out, and you swing to the very end. I do actually get a gold, but since I'm watching the replay, it kind of doesn't really show it. But I thought it was an interesting concept alone to kind of show it out. The Origin of Pain DLC added in a ton of new stuff you can do. So this has just ended up being one of the crazy things people come up with. And yeah, so you're swinging everywhere, and I actually got a gold there, but it didn't show up because, again, I'm watching it the replay. Alright, so moving on. Pirate's Booty. Now, as I said, I'm not really too festive a guy when it comes to holidays and when it comes to birthdays and stuff like that. No, by the way, there's two different variants of this map. One of them's a skill game where you have to pick up medals on the map. The other one is just a regular time trial type thing. But yeah, I'm not very festive. Birthdays, when it comes straight down to it, to me, I see a birthday as another day. Whatever, it's just a birthday. Congratulations, you're 1 year closer to death. That's the way I see birthdays. Not to sound negative, but I don't see what makes them so different than any other day. When it comes to holidays, it's kind of hit and miss on the holiday. But, you know, like I said, Halloween, I can get into Halloween. Halloween's pretty cool. A holiday, if you can call it that, for me. I like the atmosphere around it. It's just a fun holiday. Just go have fun, really. It's just very relaxed. That was the maddest guy, by the way. Yeah, just a very relaxed holiday. But something that's always associated with Halloween is pirates. Now, there's two different things about pirates. There is the regular pirates, which honestly, I don't know why people really like that style of pirates, because to me, I don't see the appeal in it. If you're a pirate, you have nowhere to go, you have no real home, you're pretty much an outlaw no matter where you are, you're going to have very poor hygiene, you're going to smell like shit, you're going to be stuck on a ship with other people that smell like shit. There's nothing good about being a pirate, let's just put it that way. But the Halloween pirates are entirely different. They're just, you know, cursed pirates, stories, stuff like that, usually skeleton pirates, things like that. That I can kind of deal with. That, like, it's almost like entirely different. They might as well not be pirates. I don't know, something about that doesn't annoy me in any way. Just because it's so fictional. It's, you know, a lot of stories coming from the past that obviously never really existed. I don't know, something about that just kind of fits really well with Halloween, and it's kind of been done over and over, and it's very cliche, but I'm perfectly fine with that, I guess. I guess I'm fine with it being cliche. So there's the end of the course. You get to fuck shit up with a cannon. And by with the cannon, I mean in the cannon. Then out of the cannon. And then shit's fucked. Alright, so next course. Smile time. This map, I don't know what's going on. I'll just be completely honest. I have no fucking idea what happened here. This guy must have spent a lot of time just being really easily amused making stuff. And I think it shows. Let's just put it that way. You'll see what I mean by this map's fucked. And you already can see there's a lot of stuff happening in the background. There is no sense to be made out of any of this. But hey, that's why I'm showing it. That's why I'm looking at it, because it's so crazy. Random plane. And this is what I go into Trials of Evolution for. Like, when I'm looking for custom maps, I'm looking for maps that are like this goofy, this crazy, this weird, kind of weird themed maps. I'm not looking for fucking ninja difficulty maps. I don't know why those keep showing up. Actually, I do know why. Trials Evolution really needs to change the way their favorite maps of the week works, because it's not based off of how many people have rated it 5 stars. It's based off of percentages. How many people have out of all the people that have voted, how many give them 5 stars. And since you can't vote until you beat the map, the ninja difficulty maps will always show up everywhere. Because everyone that can beat the ninja difficulty maps are going to, oh, by the way, ninja difficulty just means it's fucking impossible. You gotta find every glitch to beat the level. But yeah, since everyone, you know, the people that can actually beat the ninja difficulty maps are gonna rate it 5 stars, or at least 4. That keeps showing up in the most liked, or most highest rated of the week. So to me, that's really annoying. I don't want to play those maps. When I play Trials Evolution, I want to kick back, relax, and have a really amusing map. I don't want to have one that's supposed to make you frustrated and impossible to basically beat a map in a way that the game isn't even supposed to be played. Like, I really don't see the point of making a map as difficult as possible. That's not making a good map. That's just making a stupid bullshit map. It's not fun. So I really wish there was a way to filter that out. Maybe they'll put that in an update. Who knows? Red Link seems to be pretty good about listening to their players. Which, side note, I think I said this before, but and this is a cool ending of what the fuck. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Pac-Man on crack, I guess. But yeah, I was not expecting the Origin of Pain DLC to only be $5. That was super cheap. Way cheaper than I could have ever imagined it being, considering it is the best selling game on Xbox Live Arcade. Alright, now this map, I'm still not sure what's going on with this map, but in a completely different way. It's not that there's just a bunch of random crazy shit going on in the map, but there's a lot of movement. The map itself, I've seen stuff like this happen before, but never to this extent. There's just a lot of, it's almost like the map plays itself, but you can fail a lot, and that happens. There's spikes on the ceiling there, so try not to impale yourself on those spikes. But yeah, there's a lot of movement. The map itself is really, really cool. It progresses. I'm not going to say it progresses for you, because you have to, you still have to keep your balance. Like, when you're going through crazy areas like this, it's still really easy to fuck up and crash. So you kind of got to watch what you're doing, but gravity reverts itself to ways that shouldn't be possible, and you really have no idea what's going on. Let's just put it that way. Probably, this is one of those weird maps where you'll probably end up doing better the first time you play it than the 5th time. So it's one that'll... and here, I'm pretty sure what happened here is I didn't roll back far enough to hit the checkpoint, so it wouldn't move the trap door. I wouldn't close it, but whatever, I fixed it. And everything is getting fucked again. There is a lot of really, really quick reaction time, a lot of thinking. It's just really, like I said, it's really easy to fuck up on this course. Even though the course seems to play itself, it's just really easy if you don't know what's going on, which you're not going to know what's going on the first few times you play it. Like right here, the first time you play it, you're like, what, am I supposed to drive up, or am I supposed to go backward? What am I supposed to do? And then you kind of figure out what's going on. So yeah, definitely a very imaginative map, let's just put it that way. I can't think of any other way to describe it. And should be coming up to the very end. Here we go. This guy has a Mortal Kombat amount of blood in his body, if not more. I mean, this guy could have a fucking boner that was 2 stories tall and have enough blood to get that thing going. Yeah, I think he's thoroughly dead. Even though this guy has died how many times at this point. Even Red Link, the developer of this game, doesn't like this guy. He dies at the end of every single course. Anywho, so this map is, I had to click on it and figure out what it is just because of the name of this map. It's pretty straightforward. Basically, you just bail and you have to land in a very specific spot. It took me a few tries to do it, but once I finally did, I think it was kind of worth it. It was amusing enough. Oh, almost there. See, that pipe is what I gotta land in. Almost got it that time. Didn't quite get there. Actually, I got over there. Went a little too far. And oh, is this gonna be it? Bam, hole in one. Alright, so that should make a little bit more sense as to why it's named that now. Amusing enough. Why not? Alright, so this map, there's really nothing too special about this map, at least in terms of the way the map is made. The ramps and everything, it's very generic, very, very easy, to say the least. But the actual map itself is interesting. It's definitely a different art style than I've seen out of other maps. It's kind of like how people make like 8-bit maps out of Trials Evolution. There's a vast amount of customization you can do in this game, in terms of art, in terms of the graphical style, in terms of making the way the game plays, making the game play like an entirely different game, making Doom out of Trials Evolution. I've seen that. This is just a good example of what you can do. It's still Trials, just graphically a little bit different, and really it wasn't, like I said, the map itself wasn't anything special. If anything, it was kind of lackluster in the ways that the ramps were situated and stuff like that, but I thought it was a interesting enough idea to kind of point it out and just go, hey look, this is something someone took time on, so go check it out. Alright, so the last one, this one, like I said, I think they added a custom music editor into Trials Evolution. So this is going to be the last map I show you, and the music is essential to the actual map itself. So I'm going to stop talking, and that'll be the end of the video, and I'll see you at the next Best Trials Evolution Maps video.